Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. I am in my office with a nice hot coffee and I've spent the morning doing loads of emails, admin, organising stuff digitally, sorting out some finances and getting myself in order. And I thought that today would be really nice to continue that theme and talk a little bit about resetting for 2022, all the things I like to do when the new year rolls round. We're also going to declutter and tidy up my office today. I know a lot of you like to see how I organise stuff. We're gonna take everything out drawers and my bookcase, the shelves, the paperwork, my glass writing board, everything. We're gonna go through it all and I'm gonna chat to you in the process because I need the company, okay? I need you to help me get through this because this is a task I've not wanted to do and I need to do it because, well, quite frankly, it's just clutter. So we're gonna do that. And also, this video is very kindly sponsored by Popsa. A lot of you already know who Popsa are by now because they've been a brand partner of mine for a long time. I've been a customer for a long time. I think they are amazing. If you don't know who they are, then get excited because I actually have a discount code again. Brogan Take gets you 30% off a photo book. All the details and T's and C's will be on the screen here and below for you. I also have this QR code on the screen too. So if you are watching from a laptop or a computer, tablet, and you have your phone to hand, you can scan it now and that will take you straight to be able to download the app. So Popsa are a photo book company that allow you to create beautiful photo books within minutes. Popsa make it so quick and easy for you to cherish your memories. And I don't know about you guys, but I have so many photos in my camera roll, over 100,000, I'm not kidding, and it's honestly overwhelming. I take so many amazing photos. I don't share them all on Instagram, obviously, and this has been one of the best things I've done over the last couple of years. So as you can see, I have a huge selection of trips we've been on, places that we've been, like the Caribbean, and then I made my lovely friend Megan a 10 years of friendship book, which was so much fun. I actually made a book for my 10 years on YouTube, which I showed you guys last year, but one of the things that I have loved doing is creating a yearbook. I have two. One was from 2020 and this one obviously from 2021. So as part of my sort of reset routine, I will order my Popsa book. So I actually keep a page for text. So I write the month, I change the colors, I write a summary of what we did. And then I've also recently started adding text on the bottom so I can look back at this in years to come. This is a large photo book in the high gloss upgrade and I really love the high gloss. Some pages I add loads of photos to one page, and then as you can see we've got two photos here for the like portrait ones. We've got our trip to Plymouth in here, my trip to London, the Blogosphere Awards. Honestly, this is such an incredible book for me, being able to cherish all these moments. So I actually ordered a couple of the yearbooks and I gave one to my nanny, and some of you may know that my nanny absolutely loves a Popsa photo book. My mum found the photo books in my nanny's bed where she'd been flicking through it and she had it under a pillow, and I just, honestly, my heart melted so much. The thought of her enjoying the books as much as I do just made me feel so happy. And if you are wanting to give a gift, then you can also order a gift box, and the gift boxes are beautiful. So I don't have one to hand, but they are available to add on when you check out, and then you can just present that person with the gift box. My nanny has got hers, obviously. I'm gonna give you a little tip that I've not seen people share before. I have a couple of books that have the border around it, so you can change the color. If I show you, change theme, so you can have all these different colors. They have all these different sections up the top here. So let's just go for a pastel tangerine, and you can have your book looking like that if you want. But if you press the little button that's got the little square, so you've got the three dots, the square section, which is how you change the templates, but actually the button next to that allows you to fill the page with the photo, and personally I like the photos like that. As you can see, I like to fill the pages, but you don't have to. You can have it more like a grid if you like, which looks quite nice actually, but I personally like it like that. This section's really neat, so you can actually rearrange pages. You literally just pick it up, drag it, move it along. This was a wedding we went to in the summer, so maybe I've accidentally put the things in the wrong pages. You can change that around. As you can see, their technology does all the hard work for you, so you just import your photos, it drops them all in, you can rearrange them and create a photo book within minutes. These ones do obviously take me longer because I spend a lot of time adding in text and captions and changing the size of things, but I've actually found a little tip for you is I enjoy doing it month on month now. So I actually at the end of each month I have it in my diary to remind myself to add and upload my photos into my photo book I'm making, write a summary, and then I'm done, and I find that much easier. But Popsa have actually cut down the average time from 2 hours to 6 minutes to create a photo book, which is just so good. So like I said, 30% off Brogan Tate as your discount. That is actually valid until the end of February, but obviously now's a really good time for you to get those yearbooks sorted while everything is still fresh and it's the beginning of a new year. But if you are looking to order a gift for somebody, or Valentine's is coming up, it's my birthday coming up, so that would make a lovely gift. If anyone ever wanted to make me a photo book, I would love it. I can't wait to add more photo books, guys, because with the new holidays we have coming up this year, Walt Disney World in Florida, you know, we're gonna have a whole book for that. Definitely go check them out. Link will be below for you, and that QR code, just as a reminder, is on the screen here, so you can scan away to your heart's content. And I would love to see your photo books. Please do tag me on Instagram, on your stories, show me your books when they arrive. I really love seeing what you make. People have made books from like their wedding, their honeymoon, their babies, oh my gosh, like the first year of your baby's life, your children. It's just so nice. So, and my baby's here. Yes, hello darling, would you like to say hello? Here's my little pickle pie. She's in a lot of the photos because she's so damn beautiful. We've been out for a walk, haven't we? We went and did some errands together. We went to the post office and she's had a little chew this morning, a little treat, haven't you? Because you've been so good. Oh gosh, that was right in my mouth. Oh, honestly, this coffee, I have a Tassimo machine and I bought coconut, white chocolate coconut or something before Christmas, and it's so delicious. But anyway, other things I like to do within my yearly reset is make my yearbook. I do my yearly review of what went well the year before and my highlights, the best bits, any learnings, all of that kind of thing is so helpful for me in terms of growth. I actually do a monthly reflection. So each month I ask myself the same 5 questions, and I basically went through all of that and took away the highlights and the best things that I learned, and it was just so good for me. I do a money refresh, which is where I look at all my accounts, including our joint account, and I see what bills we've got coming out, if any bills are due for renewal. I look at where, if I can increase my pension, if I can put more money in my bonds and savings, that kind of thing. I look at a whole big refresh, and I find it best to do in January. I obviously try and do like audits and keep on track of things like all year round. I do think that a January money refresh is something that really helps me. Emails, not just getting my emails down to 0 and clearing them, but setting up folders. And I have a 2021 folder, and I basically called it, well, I've got archived years and then 2021, and everything I made folder wise to organize my emails, I just put all into 2021, and I've set up new 2022 folders. And then last but not least, we declutter my office because I need to archive paperwork. I want to come in here. This is the place I spend the most time. I want it to feel zen and organized, and at the moment it just feels like I've got a lot of stuff going on. So let's declutter, and I'll show you where I'm at. I haven't touched anything, so I'll show you exactly what it looks like right now, and then we will get started. So Bonnie does spend a lot of her time in here with me because obviously we're here all day long, and she has all her toys in here. Now this looks worse than it is, but there is actually a blanket in the bottom of there, and so what's happened is all the toys have piled up the top, and it just is such a mess. So that is something we're going to do today, isn't it? And then in this corner I've got this bookcase, which is just a mess. I haven't organized it properly in a long time, so I want to put some labels on boxes. These boxes are not really serving me well. Nothing is properly organized. I have so much stuff going on. I don't want 2 layers of books, so we're going to declutter some of those. And then I've got the windowsill, which as you can see I have a load of stuff on. I bought a laminator the other day, so I need to unbox that and sort that out. I've got all that paperwork which I want to clear out and sort today. My actual desk, the 2 drawers under the desk were from IKEA, this like one long thing, and I think that riser was from Amazon. If I can find links to stuff, by the way, I'll leave them linked for you. So we'll put my books back downstairs. We've got a bin under there that I need to sort out, podcast stuff, which I don't do the podcast at the moment, so I need to sort of tidy that a bit. I've got all those drawers. So it's not an awful lot, but it is enough that's like, you know, just causing a mess. I also have this glass writing board, which I get loads of questions on. My mum owns a presentation business and she basically bought it for me. So this is okay, I guess, but as you can see, there's just so many things pinned to the bottom. I don't want that many things, so maybe we have a little area where I can put memories, like a memories box or something, I don't know. I'm honestly not 100% sure where to start. Like, look at the stuff on the floor as well. I have so many things down there. Oh my goodness, the amount of notebooks. This is not even close to the amount of notebooks I have, but I have all these stored under here. They're all empty. I'm just hoarding them. I think to get started, I'm gonna remove my chair and Bonnie's bed and toys, just so I have some floor space to work with, and I'll just move her out here. I've also got a bin bag. Obviously, I'll recycle anything like paperwork, but there will be old pens and bits and bobs that I don't need to keep. So we'll sort that out. And I've also found a couple of spare old clear tubs that I think will work okay, maybe in the space in there. So we'll sort that out too. First things first, empty the bin. I haven't emptied this bin in ages. The shredder, I actually emptied and recycled not that long ago, so that doesn't need doing. But I have this under my desk, which is my sound booth thing that helps for the echo, because this room is just so echoey. So I had to buy this when we were recording the podcast, but it is really bulky, and I'm just trying to find a way to sort of make it a bit flatter. Does that help? As you can see, it's slightly awkward. I think I may put this under the bed in the spare room because it is just so bulky and it just bumps my feet all the time. So let's just move that out for now. I think I'm going to do the bookcase first because this really is a mess. I've got all of this tech in here, which I can't see anything. I don't know what I need and don't need anymore. So we'll sort the tech box out. More bits in here. Why? What even is that? That's just the worst use of space. I hate the fact none of these match. What is going on? It has to all come out in order to be able to file it all properly. First of all, we have my old laptop sleeve, which did the job, but I bought a much thinner, nicer one to carry when I travel. This is just thick and bulky. Obviously the purpose is to protect the laptop, but this one does the job, it's much better. So we can donate that, so that can go out. So when I work with a brand, I have to sign a contract, and I keep all the physical hard copies of said contracts. So I've just put together a folder for those, and I'm gonna dig out my label maker. I have two label makers. My normal little brother one, which is just so helpful for these like quick little things, so I can write contracts, and I know what I mean by that. And I have a archive box upstairs in the loft, which has got all archived years of paperwork, receipts and things, so contracts 2021. But my second label maker is obviously my Cricut machine. The Cricut makes beautiful, big, nice labels. These are obviously just quick little things. And also, if you haven't watched Sort Your Life Out on BBC, it's hosted by Stacey Solomon, and honestly, I absolutely loved it. And Dilly on the show, I think her name's Dilly, I follow her on Instagram actually, she loves these little label makers, and she labels up everything in people's houses. It just makes a massive difference when you know what everything is. In the bottom there, that's Benji's folder. That has all of his paperwork. At some point we need to go through it all and archive, file, you know, shred anything he doesn't need, but that is not a high priority for Benji. So I just said to him, you can have your own little folder and we'll leave it in my office, and it's there, you know. I found a little folder of just artwork and cards that I have kept. Oh, my lovely friend Catherine at Catnip, she has a lovely business, and when you place an order you get like a little thank you card and a little letter from her. It's just so sweet. So I've kept these. What the heck I'm going to do with them, I don't know, but I really like them. I want my laptop sleeve somewhere that I can get it. It doesn't fit in there. Great. Okay, fine. I love the IKEA Billy bookcase because you can just change the shelves so easily. Like so. These little boxes will still fit. Yeah, cool. Laptop sleeve in there so I can grab it. And this is one of those folders I've taken to meetings before. I don't use it very often anymore because I don't go to many physical meetings in person, but it's one of those things. And then I have one of these folders, which I actually ordered the wrong one on Amazon and I never sent it back. But I think we'll put that in there too. It's quite bulky. In fact, you never know when this might come in handy, to be honest. So we'll just zip that up, pop that in there. So that's nice. I've just found an old notebook that I was using to do a little bit of journaling in April 2021. And one of the things that clearly helped me at the time was what I called a brain dump. It's like a declutter for your mind. And I wrote down loads of things that I didn't actually talk about with anybody, but there were silly things that were on my mind at the time that I just wrote down. And looking back at them now, they look silly, but at the time they obviously weren't. To me, they were important or they were upsetting me. It's so interesting how much growth I've made in a year, but I just wanted to share that if you are struggling at the moment or you're feeling like your brain is foggy, just get it down on paper and have a brain dump. Literally declutter your mind. I've only used the first section of the notebook, so I think what I'll do is maybe tear out. Either I can save these and put them in some sort of memory box or whatnot, or I can just shred them because they just are nothing to me now. And then I've got myself a whole clean, ready to use again notebook. I'm really struggling with notebooks because I really love them, and some of them were gifts that were from friends and stuff, and some of them are personalised. Oh, is that not gonna fit? No. Oh no, why do this to me? Another little decluttering tip is to grab a wash basket, and if you have loads of bits and bobs, just put it all in the basket and then decide what you keep and what you don't. Right, I'm trying to have just one shelf for books, and these are all self-help guides, and I have two novels I've not read yet either. I actually started The Love Square and I can't remember. Oh, here, I actually got quite far in and then I never picked it up again. We'll put that by my bed and we'll read. I actually have a book I'm reading right now, so when I finished I'll come back into this. This is my big Disney binder, and I didn't really want to do this one today, but it's so thick. And basically when we booked the trip in 2019, I started a folder of paperwork, took that out, replaced it with the 2020 booking, was it? For 2021. And honestly, the amount of times I've changed the paperwork in here is crazy. Yeah, it's just a bit of a mess. I don't think I'll be using a binder for our trip this time round. So I am just gonna go through it and take out, this was like a really old cover thing I made. I just am not gonna use it this time round. But I do have dollars in a folder, so yeah, we're basically just gonna go through this and decide what I keep. I'm telling myself it has to get worse before it gets better, but I am just trying to categorize all those things that were in that big box. And I've got like phone stuff, camera gear, GoPro stuff, laptop, so I need to put labels on those, but I need a box for up here. So bookcase wise, I'm not quite happy with it because just everything about this bookcase is annoying me, shelf wise, not having the right storage things. It's not quite right, but it's definitely better. But this is obviously such a wasted dead space, but this is a solid shelf that can't move. I think I might do the paperwork next, which I can't show you too much of. I do have a rack with all my paperwork, and I have current campaigns I'm working on, business documents, home and accounting stuff. So I'm gonna take everything out, go through all the paperwork, and then decide what I keep. This is the current situation. I've pulled everything out of the drawers. It's not too bad, and I'm just sorting out my little envelopes that I put my receipts in. So I'm just putting on the labels for January, February and March so that I'm all done up until my financial year. And then basically just pulling everything out the drawers and putting it back in a place that makes sense to me. So actually, I do need to go through whatever that's in there. Do I really need washi tape in my life? I really don't think that's something I'm gonna use. I just can't even fathom the bits and pieces that I have, you know, like some of this came in my stationery advent calendar at Christmas and I just haven't sorted it out and decided what I'm keeping. Oh no. Oh, also should add, these are pretty ugly in terms of the colour, but they're perfect sort of size, almost, to fit in my IKEA drawers, and I actually got them in IKEA. So by no means is it the best solution, but they do work pretty well, to be honest. So I have bigger ones for the bigger section of the drawers. The most annoying thing is that I can't get into the back there. It's just a dead space. So these are cameras I'm not using very often. So I know they're in there, move them back, and then I can have a drawer there. But then I've got this gap here and I don't have a spare, what is that underneath there? Box that would fit there. So that is for something like my label makers. They can just slot in there like that. So it's not too bad. I'm just making the most with the space I have. Another little tip, if you find you have things in bags, take them out of the bags. For example, I have these clear label things for cruise ships. So these, I actually bought the wrong ones for a P&O cruise at first, so I had to order bigger ones, and they come with these little wires. And then I also have, okay, here you go, here's a good example. They hook on like so for your luggage tags. It's a bit boring, but anyway, I also have these sort of lanyard ones, are good for certain things, but I had them all in these little bags and everything was just bulky. So get rid and try and organize things a little bit better. Here's another good example of things in packets. I've just found loads of pens that I've stored, honestly, for probably 10 years. Like, I have had these since school, I'm sure. These pencils and stuff in these packets, and I've just taken everything out to see what I actually have. I'm going to test them and keep the ones I actually want to keep, and then get rid of anything that doesn't work anymore. But yeah, I've got like a little crayon section now. Thrilling. This is honestly ridiculous, the amount of stuff I've had shoved in the drawers. I have loads of little dividers, so I'm just trying to work out if we can make the drawers better, because I've got so many things. Like, I've gone through the pens, highlighters obviously, and I've just started trying to organize other things I have, like random chargers, but I just don't use these, so I may find a way to be able to recycle them because they're batteries, aren't they? Or maybe I'll just donate them to a charity shop. I just don't use them. This Mickey one's quite cute, but it just doesn't hold a lot of battery. That's the problem. So I'd rather have one really good power bank than 3 little ones cluttering up my life. Do you know what I mean? So I'm like trying to decide what I keep and what I don't. I am making so much progress. The desk area is looking really nice. I need to hoover in here, but thought I'd show you what the drawers look like, because we all like to see everything organised, don't we? It is annoying that these drawers don't fully open up, but that's okay. The stuff at the back I don't need. Well, I want to keep it, I just don't need it every day. So my glasses and lip balms and stuff to clean the glass board, stapler, my iPad stickers, notepads, and then we have miscellaneous bits and bobs, wires and iPhone things, sellotape, glue. In this one we have the pens, memory cards, batteries, stamps, and I have a couple of spare boxes at the front here. And this one has bulky wires. I've got all the little cables here, my label makers. That is what I use to record my Animal Switch video, and I've got a Kindle and other bits and bobs. In here are my receipts and paperwork and greetings cards. I have everything from like birthdays, weddings, new baby, happy birthdays. Oh, that's my emails going off. So that if anything comes up, I have nice cards to give to people. So that's that. Now I'm gonna work on my glass writing board, and I'm gonna take off everything that's round it because I've just been piling things. Actually, there's some really lovely things. Like, I've got photos of my family, theatre tickets for when we see Bedknobs and Broomsticks soon. Just some like bits I've been given from PRs, nice quotes. I love this one with my brother, and I love this one with Benji and Bonnie. And I have quite a lot of pens going on. So I have pens here and pens here. So I think I need to decide which pens I want to actually keep out. And just like that, we are finally all tidy and done. I just need to give the floor a bit of a hoover, but Bonnie's bed's back there. I'm probably gonna put her toy basket under my desk because there's really not much more space unless I dedicate it to that bottom area. There's not really anywhere else I think would work. And since editing this video, future me here, I did end up dedicating that bottom space to her toys. It just makes the most sense to have them there. She knows they're there, she pulls them out, and I moved some of the other files around and it just ended up working. So there we go. Happy, aren't we, Bonnie? This is our little space and it's great. This has taken me half a day, all afternoon, but it feels incredible in here now. Like, so much better than I thought it was gonna feel. Everything has a home, everything's been really decluttered. I've got a full bin bag and then I've got a full washing basket to take to charity of stuff that obviously can go to a new home. I've also started a little memories box of stuff that I want to keep but I don't need it in this space, and it just feels really fresh, and I'm ready for like a new year basically, and to come in here on Monday and feel, yeah, just refreshed. It just looks really good. So I hope you enjoyed just seeing me whiz around, tidy up a little bit today and organise my things, and some tips hopefully. If you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up. Do make sure you check out Popsa. Big thank you to them for sponsoring this vlog. I will have the link and the discount below for you if you did want to make your yearbook or a book for someone you love or for yourself, whatever you are doing this year or you've already done, then I'd love to hear about your books. And I think that's everything to share. So have a great rest of your week whenever you're watching this, and I will see you again very soon.